Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This lecture is for BBA 2. The subject is Business Mathematics. This is our 7th lecture, and the lecture is delivered by Ms. Zahra Arif. This chapter is the continuation of the previous one, that is the Mathematics of Finance 3, in which we will discuss about the annuities. We have already discussed about the ordinary annuity in detail, that how we can find the sum of the ordinary annuity and how we can find the present value of the ordinary annuity. In this lecture, we will study in detail about the annuity due and the perpetuity, that how we can find the sum of the annuity due and how we can find the present value of the annuity due and how we can find the perpetuity. First of all, we need to know about the annuity due. That what is annuity due? When the periodic payments of an annuity starts at the beginning of an interval rather than at the end of the interval, the annuity is called annuity due. What it says? When the periodic payment starts at the beginning of an interval. At the beginning of an interval, then that is called annuity due. Previously, we have studied at the end of the interval, that was ordinary annuity. So, its term begins on the date of the first payment and ends on one interval after the last payment is made. The annuity due has a payment at the beginning of each interest period but none at the end of the term. Therefore, the formula for calculating an annuity due is given as S is equals to R multiplied by 1 plus I raised to power n plus 1 minus 1 whole divided by I minus 1. Let's look the example of this. Firstly, we will see that how we can find R using this formula. For example, if $250 are deposited at the beginning of each quarter in a fund which earns interest at the rate of 8% compounded quarterly. What it said, 8% compounded quarterly means that we have to divide this 8% by 4. What will be the amount to after the end of the year? So using the formula x is equal to r into 1 plus I raised to power n plus 1 minus 1 whole divided by I minus 1. S is equals to r is 250. I is how we get 0.02? Do not get confused because I is what? I over compounded quarterly. So 0.08 divided by 4, what we get? 0.02. Here n is the number of the installment. So he is talking about 1 year and we know that in 1 year there are 4 quarters. So he made 4 installments. That is 4 plus 1 minus 1 divided by 0.02 minus 1. By simplifying it, we get the answer that is S is equals to $1,051.01. Moving forward, present value of an annuity. For the present value of an annuity, we find out the present value of n minus 1 periods of an ordinary annuity and then add the first payment which has the same present value. The formula for calculating the present value of an annuity due is given by P. P means present value, D means annuity, due means annuity due, is equals to R into 1 minus 1 plus I raised to power minus n plus 1 whole divided by I plus 1. For example, Mr. Ahmed bought a sewing machine by paying $50 each month for 10 months. Beginning from now. Beginning from now means it is at the beginning of the period. So, annuity due. If money is worth 12% compounded monthly. He's saying 12% compounded monthly. What does it mean by this? That is 0.12 divided by 12. What was the selling price of the machine? When he is asking about the price of the machine means he is asking about the cash payment. He is asking about the present value. So by using the formula of the present value of annuity due, what we have done, we have put the value of R, that is 50. We have put the value of I, that is 0.01. How we get it? We have divided 12% by 12, that is 0.12 divided by 12 is 0.01. And here he has given 10 months. He has not said years, so we need to convert into months. He himself said that 10 months, so we are putting 10 in replace of n. By putting the values in the formula, we get a simplified answer, that is present value is equals to $478.5. Now, this is the last concept of annuity, that is the perpetuity. An annuity whose payments start on certain date and continues indefinitely is called perpetuity. Continues indefinitely. What is it telling us? That if n is unknown, if we do not know about n, that how many time it will remain, then and it continues so on. He is not asking us about to find n. It means in these questions they are not talking about n. Then that would be perpetuity. As the payments continues forever, it is impossible to compute the amount of the perpetuity, but its present value can be determined easily. So he thinks that we cannot find f in this case. We cannot find sum of the perpetuity, the amount of the perpetuity, but we can find the present value of the annuity. So the simple formula is, the formula for calculating the present value of perpetuity is given as P is equals to R over I, where R is the size of the periodic payment and I is the interest rate per period. Look at this simple example. What it says? It says that, let's suppose that we have R is 4.8 and I is $4.8 and I is 8%, but it is compounded semi-annually, so we have to divide this 8% by 2. So 0.08 divided by 2 is 0.04. By putting the values in the formula, we get a simplified answer, that is $120. This is the last example. Now, look at this example carefully. What it says, find the present value of the Karachi Toy Company share, which is expected to earn $5.60 every 6 months if the money is worth 8% compounded quarterly. Now look, he is at one place he is talking about 6 months, means he is talking about semi-annually, and on the other hand he is saying that it is 8% means compounded quarterly. So semi-annually and quarterly, he is talking about two different periods. He is talking about two different periods. So when he is talking about two different periods, we need to find equivalent rate of interest. Solution, what is the solution of this? Since the time period are different, we will have to calculate the equivalent rate of 8% compounded 6 monthly first. So what we have done, we have used the formula of equivalent rate of interest, that is 1 plus R1 over F1 into raised to power F1 minus 1 is equal to 1 plus R2 over F2 raised to power F2 minus 1. 1 month cancel ho gaya. So 1 plus R1, we do not know about the R1, so that is X over 2 because it is compounded semi-annually, and the second one is that is compounded quarterly, so 0.08 divided by 4. Now taking square root on both sides, 1 plus x over 2 is equal to 1 plus 0.02 raised to a whole square. 1 plus x over 2 whole square is 1 plus x over 2 is equal to 1.0404. By simplifying it, we get the answer of x, that is 0.0808. If you want to convert it into percentage, you can compute it quite easily, that by multiplying it, that would become 8.08%. But I am not doing it so, because as I need to find out the present value of perpetuity, so I need to convert again the percent into the point, so I am not doing it. So the present value of perpetuity is P is equals to R over I. R is $5.60 and I is 0.0808 divided by 2, because this is compounded semi-annually. We have converted both in semi-annually. P is equal to 5.60 divided by 0.04. 0.04 is equals to, so the present value of perpetuity is $138.61. Now I have given you some questions in the resource material. Go and look at them, solve the questions related to these lecture, and send it back to me as an assignment. Thank you.